Hello, in this first video in a series, I'm going to look at proper risk management, and I'm going to do it in basic, simple, step-by-step stages. Each video is going to be about 5 minutes, and I'm going to use the simplest possible terminology. So here we are. This is what we're going to cover. In this video, we're going to cover win rate and risk to reward. In later videos, we'll be covering lot size, pip value, stop loss and take profit, entries and exits, taking partial profits, trailing stop loss, and paper trading. So we're going to stick to these two items for this first video. So let's think about what is risk to reward and what is a win rate, and how do you combine these to improve your results. So here's two key factors that we're looking at. Risk to reward, which is a ratio, you often see it represented as R:R, and what that represents is your potential loss against your potential gain. So for instance, if we're talking about a 1% loss, if you're risking 1% of your account balance in a single trade, what are you actually going for in terms of reward? So if your risk to reward is 1:1, you're risking 1% to gain 1%. If you're risking 1:2, if your risk to reward ratio is 1:2, you're risking 1% to gain 2%. And the other thing we're looking at is the win rate. So that's a percentage of trades that you win out of the total trades that you take. So let's give you some examples here. So where your win rate is 50% and your risk to reward ratio is 1:1. So let's say you've taken 100 trades, you lose 50 trades, therefore you're minus 50%. Remember, you're risking 1% on each trade, but you're also winning 50 trades, which gives you plus 50%, leaving you with a net gain 0. Further example, this one on the bottom. Let's say you've increased your win rate to 60%, but your risk to reward ratio is still 1:1. So you're losing 40 trades, so you're minus 40%, but you're winning 60 trades plus 60%, so you're going to get a net gain of 20%. That's purely by changing your win rate from 50% to 60%. Now let's take this a little bit further. These are the two examples we just looked at. Win rate 50%, risk to reward 1:1. You end up with a net gain of 0. If you increase that to 60% and keep your risk to reward at 1:1, you will end up with 20% account gain. However, if you make some further increases, and where your risk to reward is 50%, in both those examples, but you've increased your risk to reward to 1:2, therefore you're losing 50 trades, so you're minus 50%. You're winning 50 trades, but that gives you plus 100% because your reward is 2 times the risk. So that gives you a net gain of 50%. And if you increase the win rate in this example, if your win rate is 60%, your risk to reward is 1:2, and you're losing 40%, minus 40, but you're winning 60 trades at two, a factor of 2, so that gives you 120%, which gives you a net gain of 80%. So just let those figures sink in for a minute, and then I'm going to show you that in a chart form. Okay, so here we're assuming 100 trades, and what we're saying is we're assuming that each trade has a loss of minus 1%. Where you lose a trade, you're going to lose 1%. Just move that out of the way. So this is in this red area, which I'm guessing a lot of new traders find themselves in. I've actually read in several places that the vast majority definitely more than 75% of Forex traders lose money. And that has got to be because they're in this red zone here. Either their risk to reward is too low or their win rate is too low. So what I'm trying to make clear here is that your only way to improve these losses is to either improve your win rate or to improve your risk to reward ratio, or preferably both. Now let's take a look at a typical trader who's got a win rate of 50% and his risk to reward is 1-to-1. He's actually going to end up with a net gain of 0. He's not losing money, but there again, he's not gaining money. If that trader was to increase his win rate to 60%, he would find himself in a net gain of 20%. And you can see how increasing the win rate impacts on the account balance increase. Now, this win rate of 100% is actually never going to happen. I don't know anybody, I don't think anybody who exists who wins 100% of their trades. So that's probably a bit unreasonable to aim for, but certainly you can increase from 50 to 60 to 70 to 80, depending on the type of strategy that you're using. On this column here, your risk to reward sort of depends on, again, on what strategy you're using. If you're going for short-term scalping trades, you may be in this sort of area. If you're going for longer trades, I know somebody who never ever enters a trade where the risk to reward potential is less than 1-to-5. Now, that guy may only win 40% of his trades, but he's still in a net gain of 140% of his account balance over 100 trades. So you can see that by increasing your risk to reward ratio substantially impacts on your net gains, and you can see that increasing the win rate also substantially increase your net gains. So I'm going to ask a question now. Where are you now? So before you watch the next video, look back at your last 100 trades and just establish, what is your win rate? Are you winning 40%, 50%, 60%, whatever percentage you're winning? Just calculate that and make a note of it for when you watch the next video. Also, establish what is your risk to reward. If you're risking 1% of your account balance on a trade, what is the potential reward in that trade? Is it 1%? Is it 2%? Is it 3%? Whatever. So just establish for your own knowledge, your own information, what is your win rate currently? What is your risk to reward ratio at the minute? So that's it for this video. We've looked at win rate and risk to reward ratio. We've looked at how the combination of them can impact on your increase in the account balance. In the next video, I'm going to take it one step further and look at how lot size and pip value can affect your risk management, money management. And in later videos, we'll be looking at these topics and then finally we'll bring it all together. So thanks for jumping on. If you don't mind, leave me a comment. Let me know whether this is pitched at the right level, whether you've got anything out of it. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Thanks for now. See you next time.